I was coming back from Naples, and but I had to go to Rome to get the flight back, and there was so many priests and nuns because they're all going to see the Pope.
They are. It's like Disneyland, isn't it, for Catholics?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they go for updates or something, but we think he was a vicar, but then why would a vicar go and see the Pope? Basically,
to see the enemy, baby.
But either a vicar or a priest with his side piece.
With his side piece?
Well, there was a man who was dressed as a priest sat next to us on the plane, right? And he had this woman with him. She was sat across from us, and they seemed affectionate with each other, so we don't know.
Yeah.
But he was desperate to chat to me.
Maybe they're going to like a Vicars and Whores party like they have in Bridget Jones's Diary.
No, he was a real vicar because Connor looked over at his iPad and he was just reading about angels.
Oh. Like, what about them? What are they up to?
Yeah, but I felt that was a bit performative because he was really like reading. But guess what? The book I was reading was about. I was reading a book about the afterlife.
Oh shit! What's it say about the afterlife?
It's amazing. Well, now it's going to seem like I'm doing a paid placement for it. I'm not. It's a book called The Delusions, and it's by a Scottish author called Jenny Fagan, and it's basically it's from the viewpoint of an admin assistant in the afterlife, and she's very world weary and Scottish.
Yeah.
And when people come to her in the queue, they have to get rid of their delusions in order to be able to like pass through to the next stage.
Right.
So your eyes just went so wide there. So it says like rapists are really hard to process because they never ever admit to their crimes. Stalkers never think they were stalking their girlfriend.
Yeah.
There's like a separate queue for all the what she calls the gangs, but that's just like all the governments and billionaires and stuff.
Whoa.
And then if you
is that like a VIP line or
no, there's no VIP line, and then all the VIP people kick off and they're like, why is there not a VIP line?
Yeah.
So if you don't give up, you have to like whack your delusions out of you, and they come out in this oily substance like a big eel, and you have to put them into an airport tray, and then you get to pass through if you get your delusions out. If you don't, you go into this glass floor underneath that's like the floor of trapped souls. And then anyone who's done genocide goes into the theatre of cruelty, where they have to have all their crimes done back to them over and over again.
My lord.
So I really wanted to tell the priest about this.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, if you like that, you might like this. But I felt like this was quite a kind of a not a Catholic book. Yeah. And then I remembered I was wearing this jacket and I touched my pocket, and I remembered when I'd been in Naples, I'd bought these tiny figurines of people in purgatory.
Oh my God.
About that bit. I meant to bring them in today.
Yeah.
I had a nun with her tits out, just going, ah.
Oh my God.
And then I got a little man as well going, ah. And then I got the devil being like, ha, laughing over them.
Oh my.
So I touched them. And then I thought, wouldn't it be great if I took them out now and made a kind of diorama of purgatory, and then I just look over to the priest and smile.
Oh God, this is what you like.
Yeah. So I took the little man out, the first little purgatory man.
Yeah.
And Connor sat between me and the priest. And then I just started dancing about to Connor. And he was going... Just shaking his head.
I didn't mind the Macarena, but this has gone too far.
Yeah, he was, and I was like, "What if I show the priest?" And I went, "No, Fern, no." And then I got so excited, I pulled another figurine out and snapped its arm off, so its tiny arm went flying. And then just the thought of this made me laugh so much. So I had to just stare out the window laughing, just holding my little figurines. But the priest didn't talk to me after that.
Yeah.
He was desperate for a chat at the start.
Was he?
Yeah, and he said, oh, I'm sitting next to a couple. And I said, yeah, and if the plane goes down, you could do the last rites on us. And he said, yeah, it'd be very
When did you? So where are the figurines now? Where are you going to put them?
I put the figurines on above my piano.
Beautiful, lovely.
But I might move them to, we were going to, the nativity scene in my toilet?
Yeah.
We were going to put them there because for some reason the nativity scene hasn't been put away.
No.
So Connor wanted to put them in amongst Mary and Jesus.
Put them together.
But they're not the same size.
Right.
Yeah. But Naples was big into scenes of purgatory.
That's because, like, I'm trying to think.
But a lot of them scenes weren't far off.
Hell.
No, Naples.
Oh, really?
No, a lot of you'd look at a lot of the purgatory. Oh, God, sorry, magical skulls. What the fuck?
What?
Sorry.
What?
No, it's because maybe I do have ADHD.
Yes.
Right. I went to this church called the Church of Saint Lucia. And have you heard of it?
Is Lucia the newest saint?
No, that's
Okay.
that's like a little Italian, but I actually heard
Millennial
there's a
saint.
Scottish. Is there not a Scottish saint coming?
What? We should research this in a minute.
No, Saint Lucia, she's one of the old ones. She's the patron saint of eyes, and I think that's because they pulled their eyes out.
always-
And then the eyes were still looking towards heaven or something.
Yeah.
But we went into this little chapel. We'd just come out another museum, the Torture Museum.
Wonderful.
And there was an English family there, and they came over and they were like, "You should go in there. All the tours are in English." And then I just turned to the Italian tour guides and I was like, "Parlo Italiano." And then I said in really crap Italian, I said something like, "The English do not speak other languages." And Connor was like, "You are such a knob." And then the tour guides were like, "Well, we're going to do the tour in English." Anyway. So we went into this church. Because here's the thing, I speak Italian, but only if I can say fixed, pre-prepared sentences.
Yeah.
So it's a lot like going around doing stand-up comedy.
You're like, how we all doing tonight?
Literally, I kept going around Naples like saying...
What's your job?
Siamo qui per correre la mezza maratona. And then they would be like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." And I was like... I didn't have a fucking clue what people were saying back to me.
Oh, yeah.
I really need to brush up on my Italian.
I think it's really cool that you have that much Italian as it is, but like, you know.
But I can't understand what anyone's saying back to
But
me.
at least you can stay. You
I can say some things and then that's it.
because it's so weird. Like, what is decided are good phrases for people to learn. Because I remember this Portuguese phrase book in a holiday home that I was staying in, and it was like a really big thick one. But like one of them was, so it was around the. It was.
Sorry.
It said, please use a condom. Think about AIDS. And I'm like, who's bringing that phrase
Wow.
to implore someone to think about AIDS? It's
Wow.
yeah.
I tried to learn some Neapolitan phrases. There's "Oh Monticello."
What does that mean?
That's like a little magical goblin thing dressed as a monk. And whenever something mad happens in your house,
Yeah.
something unusual or something goes missing,
Yeah.
you go, "Oh Monticello." Kind of like how the Catholics pray to Saint. Did you pray to Saint Anthony?
All the time
Yeah,
when you
we
lost
did that.
something.
We did that like it was the most normal thing in the world.
Yeah.
And then it would turn up, and my gran would be like, "You see."
And Padre Pio was a big
I never knew what he was.
element of driving in the Irish community. There was always like a picture of a bearded man on
He
a
wasn't-
dashboard of a young teenager.
He wasn't a big one for us.
No.
Saint Anthony was the biggest one. But I also learned "Medina voce." That means let me speak.